Hi, how are we doing today? I know it's silly that I start my videos like that because I can't hear how you're doing. But anyways, thank you so much for listening to these. I hope you're getting some good information from this. I am sharing with you from the heart what I found helpful on the journey and also want to help you to get started. If you're just starting out your healing journey after sexual trauma, also want to convey the message that healing is worth it, that it's possible. Yes, it's hard at times, but it was worth it. And I'm hoping by giving you all this information that it will speed up your process, that it won't take you 20 years, that you can, as quickly as possible, given that you'll practice and use and go through the things that you have to do to heal, you will get your life back. And I believe in you. I will be cheering for you every step of the way. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is the inner child. I know some people feel like it's just hooey wooey, and what do you mean talking to some part of myself that, so whatever. So either you skip listening to this one or hang in there with me, okay? But I found connecting and learning about my inner child, my little girl, was pretty powerful because I identified with what was being said. Yes, it felt awkward and weird in the beginning. I was in a support group where the facilitator had us bring dolls that resembled myself, like someone, either a stuffed animal or a doll that reminded me of myself when I was a little girl. And then I would communicate with this part of me and give her a voice and, support her and understand that the pain and the fear and the anguish was in her, this little body that was inside of me, and kind of putting it outside of me and interacting with it helped me to feel compassion for it, because I just saw this big part of me and I'm like, well, I've managed, I don't have to talk about this anymore, or why should I have all of these feelings about it? But once I was able to hold this little child in front of me and look at her and really put myself in her shoes, I was able to just, poor baby. Of course you're upset. Of course you're scared. But I'm not going to let anybody hurt you again. I would hold her tight. I would talk to her and tell her I was going to protect her. So, inner child work. Find some books, and I'm going to list underneath this video some of the books that I recommend when it comes to inner child work. And if you want to learn more and would like to work with me, and I can support you doing some inner child work, and I also have some additional resources that I'd love to share with you. But it was incredibly powerful because we've talked about the validation and the part of us that doesn't believe this happened. But this little part of me had all the pain and the memories. But now me as an adult could hold her and comfort her and validate for her. Because I was there too, right? It's like, yes, honey, it was hard. Yes, honey, it was terrifying. Yes, honey, you were hurt. Yes, honey, your mom let you down. Yeah, you have every right to be upset that you weren't loved, cared, protected, and supported. Adored, right? And so when the feelings got really overwhelmed, I could hold her. I slept with this doll for a few years. I mean, that was just what I needed to really bond with her, because I was so disconnected from my body and this part of me. Because I was very good at coping, like so many of you are. We are good at this. We are good at just staying up here, not going down there. It's just a mess, just not fun or pretty. Gets overwhelming Really? So I learned to slowly start to connect. And it was interesting, the amount of compassion that I started feeling for this part of me was incredible. Incredible. And again, I became the support and the parent that I had needed all along, that I really had longed for. And so I became the attachment, the safe attachment to this part of myself. And it was beautiful how that worked. It took time because she didn't always trust me, because I had ignored her for so long, like all the other adults. Why should she trust me? Why should she believe me? And I'll get more into inner child work maybe down the road and and share with you what I've learned. But inner child work was really powerful to embrace this part of me and become, like I said, the safe person that I needed. So thank you again for listening. I really appreciate you being here. I surely hope you are finding some good information that for you it resonates. Like, okay, that feels, I can relate to that. But I also want to tell you, and I always give anybody permission to say, Svava, I don't think so. This is not for me. I'm going to try something else. I say more power to you. I honor you and your journey and where it leads to you. I just want you to feel safe, stay safe, and feel like you are following your heart and staying true to you. That's all I care about. My way could just be my way, not be the way that works for anybody else. But I'm feeling the nudge to share what I've learned, and I hope that some of you benefit from it. Again, let me leave you with this. It wasn't your fault. It was not your fault. Not now, not then, not ever. I know it's hard to believe sometimes. But thank you again for coming, for keep coming, and for listening. I really appreciate you taking the time. If you have any comments or questions, post them below. I'll get back when I can. And I want to thank you again and remind you, we're stronger together.